Johnny Naidu. I've forgotten how many photos I had of him. Uncle Johnny. The man of many guises. Teacher, advisor, political activist, butcher shop owner. He was the one who inspired me to become a teacher. You'll never feel more complete than the moment you see that spark in a child's eyes. And you know it wasn't the media, the internet, or even the child's parents who stimulated that magic. It was you, your ideas, your compassion, your little nudge. Be a teacher, my boy. Start another fire. Then there was Uncle Johnny, the mutton man. No, auntie, I think you're mistaken. If there's one thing I know better than poetry, it's meat. And when I tell you mutton, it's mutton, not lamb, not goat. Must be the masala you're using. See, I'll come Saturday afternoon, I'll cook you a nice hot mutton curry on the open fire, then you'll make the taste out. In the meantime, there's a cut and clean running fowl for free. Ask the ladies about my fresh chicken. And of course, all the ladies would shout their approval. For them, Uncle Johnny could do no wrong. They were charmed by his wit and grace, as was I. The only time I didn't want to be around Uncle Johnny was when he bragged about his days as a sportsman. Hey, you name the game, I played it. Football, tennis, cricket, gulikanda. I used to play high jump too. I jumped over my mother's clothesline. Yeah, and long jump too. One day I jumped from our house to my neighbor's yard and on top of their foul run. Hey, nobody could match me, man. Hey, but there were no opportunities for Indians in those days, eh? Else you'll be reading about my great feats. There was one side of Uncle Johnny no one knew about. A side that I was only to discover in the first years of the new millennium. Uncle Johnny the romantic. Now, romantic gestures weren't exactly put on public display in Rioka. I mean, we were a small Indian town. But a few years after his wife passed away, I noticed Uncle Johnny displaying some extra charm whenever the widow, Auntie Mina, visited the butcher shop. Hey, thanks for the support, Mina! No, the money's correct. I gave you half a kilo for free. I know how much you like my sausage. No. My chicken sausage. Hey, Mina, the other day I got some nice sardines at a good price. And my daughter-in-law and son-in-law are going away for the weekend. And Bobby said he can't make it because he got another family function. It's a pity. Such nice sardines. Too much for me to eat alone. You got any weddings, funerals, birthday parties you're going this weekend? But the learned Uncle Johnny could never get around to making an unequivocal invitation. So one day when he invited me for a secret cigar in our hut, I thought he wanted my romantic guidance. Hey, I had to get out of the house, man. Things are getting unbearable with my daughter-in-law's new rules. Hey, especially on Tuesdays and Thursdays when she goes temple. Then she gets overhyped, like she got trance. Yeah, man, I can't take that woman for long. Hey, leave your shoes outside before you enter the lounge. Don't watch football after 8 p.m. Only walk the dog on Saturday mornings. Don't wash the dishes. Your method is wrong. Hey, I'd rather run away here and smoke my cigar in peace, man. I mean, I'm a prisoner in the house I built. Yeah, I should have never signed the house over to them after my wife passed away. That's when all this nonsense started. As for my son, he's a big potter. So Uncle Johnny and I spent every Tuesday and Thursday evenings in the hut to eat some pizza and smoke a few cigars. And he'd tell me stories about incidents that happened at the shop, about his adventures with Uncle Bobby, and about a world he thought was now fading. Uncle Bobby, hey, that old uncle got energy, and he's a naughty bully too. Hey, he used to like to sit on the shop veranda and watch the aunties. Hey, the one time, he just had a heart bypass, right? And he heard Auntie Selby's sexy voice. In a few seconds, he went from comatose to pantyhose. Yeah, hey, but the auntie stared and gave him one look, man, and his heart slowed down very quickly. Hey, but even he can't beat this other uncle. Yo, Mr. Arjun. Hey, that uncle's Flo's two sisters came to visit one weekend. He ended up staying for good, man. People say they like extra aunties for the uncle. Yeah, you know, we call the Flo Ma, and we call the younger sister Kitchen Ma, because 24 hours she's in the kitchen. And we call her younger sister Sitting Room Ma, because all day she sits and paints her nails. Uncle Johnny, it looks like Mr. Arjun wants an auntie for every room in the house. Uncle Johnny, what happened to those monthly community gatherings we used to have? I remember going to them as a little boy. It was so cool. You used to have lamb on the spit and play chutney music. Everyone used to come. Yeah, I don't know why we stopped all that, huh? I suppose the young generation doesn't care as much. And you know, a lot of things are changing in the new millennium. The shop's not doing as well as before, and you know the Hindu scriptures say it's a bad time now. Kalyug, they call it. You know, when the children turn against their parents, a lot of cultures predict this is a bad time. Bad time or not, romantic love always finds its way to reveal itself to the world. And so one day, Uncle Johnny and I were interrupted by the laughter of a young couple, Jason and Jason. Hey! Stop this kissing now! What do you think this is a motel? Hey Jason, I know you're a naughty boy, but Jason, I'm surprised at you. No, Uncle Johnny. Hey, it was just an innocent kiss, man. No, I just needed a place to talk to Jayshree and so I can read her my poem. No, you see, our parents don't want us to be together. No, not because I'm colored and she's Indian. It's because I'm Christian and she's Hindu. Yeah. You know, our father said that if he catches me with his daughter again, he'll chop off my limbs and screw my legs to my shoulders and my arms to my ass. I mean, look at me, Uncle Johnny. Does it look like I can walk on my hands? Hey, shut up, boy. You talk too much. Let me see your poem. Not bad. Couple of grammatical errors. And your spelling's influenced by American culture. But your words and your thoughts are beautiful. Hey, Jayshree, you love this boy. Now I can see by your look you do. Spare me the details. Right. Sunil and I are going for a walk. You all can sit here in the hut and talk. When we come back in 15 minutes, you all must be gone. Come, Sunil. I know the people love my father. But they see him as the kind-hearted uncle who stands behind the shop counter. The one who listens to their life stories while selling them groceries and goodies. The man who helped create the light of Ryoka. But they don't know that he was a biology whiz kid in school. That he wanted to go to varsity, but his parents couldn't afford to send him. They won't know how ferociously he defended his son when cynical Uncle Bimal said, "You want to become a teacher? You won't make it. Where you can study? You will end up a dropout like your cousin Vinesh. You must work in your father's shop." Get out of my house, you pompous shit! How dare you insult my son like that? You know nothing about him. You keep your filthy comments to yourself, and if anyone in my family tells me you insulted my son again, I'll make sure that's the last time you can open your mouth. And what if I told the townsfolk he bought flowers for my mom every Friday afternoon? Would they believe me? Oh, and I mustn't forget his Amitabh Bachchan impression. At every major family function, after a couple of whiskeys, Manoj, the star entertainer, emerged. All right, who's the lucky lady today? Who wants to dance with Amitabh?
The production was relaunched in Durban recently, and Eastern Mosaic went to meet the playwright and cast at a popular harbourfront theatre.
The play Spice and Stuff made its theatrical debut in 2007 to the delight of Durban audiences. With a new cast and new direction by Tammy Venturas, we approached the producers and they agreed to set up a special performance exclusively for Eastern Mosaic.
Morning, Rita.
How's Farida feeling today?
She's stable. They say she'll be okay.
Thank God, eh?
Praise Allah. And thank you, Rita. And Vijay too.
Oh, we just did what anybody else would have done, Shahid.
No, I don't think so. Because when the shots were fired, Ranjit was closing his store. I called to him, but he ran away.
Ashwin, welcome to Eastern Mosaic.
Thank you.
Tell us briefly about Spice and Stuff.
It's about the last days of trading for a group of Indian and black traders and hawkers in what usuf to be called Grey Street, now called Yusuf Daru Street. It's set in 2006. And it revolves around how they're battling to survive, and at the same time, it draws on the inspiration of a woman as the central character who's battling to keep her family together and to survive in tough economic conditions. And then a secret is revealed about her life.
Here's the money for the blouses you sewed from Big Auntie Small Sister.
Oh, right, thanks. And here's the blouses for small Kaki's big daughter-in-law. Don't forget. What? Okay, never mind.
What role does humour play in Spice and Stuff?
A critical role. There are lots of funny people. There are funny people everywhere. I think some people don't put enough humour in more serious stories. There's a range of humour, from a skit-style comedy to physical humour to character comedy as well.
Let's pretend we're in a Bollywood musical.
चोरी चोरी हम गोरी से प्यार करेंगे चुपके चुपके दिल की बातें यार करेंगे.
What are you hoping audiences will walk away with after watching the play?
I would hate to be pigeonholed as an Indian playwright who writes about the Indian community. A lot of people have come here across the Calabar and seen this work already and said it's a story that they can identify with. And that's what I want. I want us to break those barriers in South Africa. If I'm focusing in a particular story about the Indian community, it's for everyone, not just for Indian people.
Tammy Venturas directs the new production.
This show particularly looks at how the Grey Street area has now become less populated by the old Indian families, and it looks into why they've moved on and how the place has changed, and it has its own new color. And so we had to go and look at it and get a sense of it and feel it, and you know, we talked to a lot of people who lived through that era. And the play has a sense of history about it, which is really nice. So getting a sense of all that has been challenging.
In Grey Street, people always seem to walk more briskly and smile more broadly in May. I'd first started business here in the month of May, 15 years ago. I'd given up teaching primary school English to help my husband run a spice shop. And even after he had passed on, after so many of the old storekeepers had left, after this place had changed so much.
The cast support each other on and off the stage. And with the director that we've had, he's got a way of just pushing through the nuances, which you don't get a director that looks at those things specifically.
South Africans need to see more local theatre. There's too many productions coming up that are not South African. And this is a South African story. It's proudly South African, and it's based on true events.
You know, everyone used to call my eldest brother Dolly's son.
I remember Dolly's son. You know, Rita, we call my favorite cousin sister Darling Akka.
I play two roles in this show. I play Segrin, who is a street hustler of note, and I play Ajit, who is a bit of a protagonist in this show, who is Rita's nephew. So there was quite a bit of contrast in playing it, but fortunately I had a good backup team with Themi directing, and it's nice to have the writer Ashwin here as well to give us a full understanding of what he meant when he put the words down.
I'm very fortunate to play two diverse characters, whom are both charming and challenging at the same time. Grey Street is an iconic Durban landmark, and it's wonderful to be part of a cast that is a family unit.
I usually do research. I go around looking at people who might relate to a character that I'm supposed to play at the time. But with Tulani, I just read him because he's warm. I'm a very warm person. I laugh a lot. Tulani laughs a lot. He loves
people. I love people. So I just played a character.
Hey, come on, bitch. Hey, I see the way I surround her when she visits someone.
I hope it's not obvious to her.
Hey, I think she knows.
With Spice and Stuff, Ashwin Singh has created a theatrical work based on the historic and colourful area of Grey Street in Durban. It's a powerful blend of comedy and drama and offers a moving portrait of a place that is forever sketched onto the cultural heart of KwaZulu-Natal's Indian community.
Yes, I know Dolly bankrolled this company, but I worked hard every day to make it successful. And now with the economic depression, we're in financial trouble. I want my share. I need the money.
So that's what it's all about, Napuna. The money you deserve was coming to you.
Don't act all high and mighty. You're only 30 years old. The world is simple for you. Marriage is fun for you. Wait until you're 48. Talk to me then. You think Dolly is all good because she says nice things to you and gives you hot mango pickle. You're upset. She said you lack ambition and drive. She said you're ruining this company.
Whatever Auntie Dolly's flaws are, she didn't deserve this. Why did you betray her?
I don't have to answer you.
Tell me why you did it. Why are you having an affair?
Why am I having an affair? All right, somebody. I'll tell you. I woke up one morning feeling lost, alone, like I'd done for the previous few months, but on that morning, it really hit me. Then I opened the newspaper and saw that Liverpool was 6th in the Premier League, 21 points behind United. And as I turned the pages, I read stories of tenderpreneurship, violent crime, lack of service delivery. I looked at my wife. I thought nothing. I could tell there was no spark in her eyes either. I went to work, sat at my desk, thought about my life. I just didn't have the strength to fight the big boys for another small slice of the pie. So that afternoon, I walked across the road for the cappuccino special. You know, the grande with biscotti for just $10.95?
It's a good special.
And for the first time in several years, an attractive younger woman smiled at me, invitingly. So I joined her for coffee, propelled by a force I didn't fully understand. It was like that time your struggling team scores a fantastic goal against a run of play. I felt exhilarated.
It's a very moving performance, but I don't believe you.
I don't care. You tell me where the tape is in your house. I'll get it myself.
Or what? You shoot me.
Don't force me to do it.
I don't think you have it in you.
Don't! All right, you're fired. You don't tell me where the tape is, you're fired. Let's see who'll give you a job.
Go ahead, this firm is going under anyway.
I want back all the things that I gave you. Want a feature? The little dolphins, the 3 Parker pens, the imported cigar case, that couch I gave you for your house. And I want the Just Jap suit too.
I did not want me that.
She just handed it to you. I picked it out.
Who paid for it?
I can't remember. I think I used my credit card. It doesn't matter. I want my things back. And I'm not sending you and Charlie to Mauritius this year.
You're mad for now.
That's right, I'm mad. And madness knows no tolerance, no reasonableness. That's why I'm going to give you the puna poison. You know, you're too young to remember the super sounds of the 70s. The last time I was giving the puna poison, I heard the music of Steeler's Wheel stuck in the middle with you.
Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you.
Put a poison, put a pizza! You don't like to put a pizza, do you, eh? From this side, that side, this side, that side, and
It's in our bedroom. Not where Shalini keeps her events tapes, but where I keep my sports tapes. It's there.
Right. Good, man. I didn't need the gun. Oh, Puna poison did the trick.
Maybe, Mr. Puna, we can go there together.
I don't need the gun. And you need some time to think. Now, let me tell you what's going to happen if you lie to me. And I don't find the tape. I'm going to tell Shalini you're having an affair.
What? You?
Well, she probably thinks you're not capable of that. But I can be very convincing. And Shalini respects me. Besides, I'll plant some evidence.
Why do you have a branch?
Shut up. You're not to lose, my friend. Now I'll have your car keys and your cell phone. One way or another, I'll be here in a couple of hours again. And then you and I are going to plan the way forward. Oh, don't think you'll be lonely while I'm gone. I've got some company for you. My devoted security guard, Big Benny.
Not Big Benny.
The same Benny!
Throw away that bottle! How can you let down the police service like this?
You're right. At this time of day, most cops will be drinking a full bottle of confiscated Johnny Walker, not a half bottle of Bell's.
You know what, Danche? I'm gonna report you to our supervisor.
Go ahead. That fat slob doesn't give a shit. All he cares about is making his quotas so he can get a big bonus at the end of the month.
Well, I'm not letting you drink on duty then.
All right, I'll go off duty then.
Throw away that bottle.
No.
Okay then. Fight me.
Huh?
If I win, you throw away the bottle.
Fight you? I'm not going to fight you.
Why not?
Because you'll hit me.
Have you no bravery in you at all?
You don't need bravery to work for the Metro Police.
So that's it then, Danche? You're just gonna carry on? Being a corrupt cop?
Listen here, Officer Sanjay Singh. Let me tell you something. Everyone's a cheat. Policemen, politicians, businessmen, artists, scientists. Behind every multi-millionaire is a very creative accountant. My philosophy of life is simple. You're either a cheat or a chut.
And where did you learn that brilliant philosophy?
I learned from my father. In high school, after I failed my third geography test in a row, my father said to me, "Son, you're a dunce." Just like your father was a dunce. And your grandfather too. Now you told me that girl sitting next to you was a geography genius. So in the next test, why don't you just copy her? And so I did. And I haven't looked back since.
Yeah, you always look sideways and carried on copying. But let me tell you what my father said to me just before I was accidentally arrested for stabbing my teacher in the back. He said, "Son, always be honest. Never deliberately hurt anyone. Always try and emulate my heroes, you know, Gandhi, Luthuli, Mandela."
So you shot Desmond Tutu?
For the last time, I did not mean to shoot Desmond Tutu.
Listen here. You pursue your dreams and your ideals, and I'll follow my quotas and bribes. You catch the crooks, I'll balance the books.
Sanjay! Look over there. What's that?
My word, that lady's nanas are bigger than Julius Malema's head.
Not that, behind them. Those two guys are trying to hijack that vehicle. This is my chance to prove that I've still got it. To get back into Narc. The universe is calling me.
Don't be a fool! Angie, where you going? She's not worth it, man. She's only driving a Taz. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, he disarmed the hijackers, fined a passing motorist for speeding, and kissed the victim all at the same time. Sanjay Singh might actually have his fairy tale ending after all. Oh, shit, the taxi ran him over. Oh, shame. Oh, the woman is crying. The hijackers have escaped. What a downer. But as my dear departed dad would say, that's life, son. Rather have a dop than try to be a hero cop.
Rather have a dop than be a hero cop. Rather have a dop than be a hero cop, yeah.
Whoa, that's a really big bang. I mean, come on. It's only 11 a.m. What's going on? Did somebody hit the jackpot so we're having a fireworks display? Oh no, just another idiot with no hobbies. Why are some people so fascinated with big bangs?
Now just chill, students. There's nothing to get excited about. It's just another irritating big bang. David, get off your desk. There's nothing to see. There's a better picture 12 fireworks in your textbook.
Oh, here we go again. The usual pattern. Big bangs, then neighbors trading insults, followed by police sirens, then uneasy silence, then even bigger bangs. Yes, coming, Mrs. Peterson. I'd better get on with the washing before my madam explodes. Oh no, my daughter-in-law is here. She's come to fetch me so I can help her pick up some saris. But she's early. I told her to come at lunchtime because I seldom get the chance to play on a Friday. Wait, she mustn't see me. Let me go make my own big bang before I have to listen to her cheap twang.
Now, just chill, students. Oh, the buzzer hasn't gone yet. I haven't given you your homework. Why is the meaningless fireworks display so appealing? Oh well, Sean. I guess it's just you and I again.
Look at all of them. Hoping the next pull will fill the train. Next card will win the day. White, Indian, some black men, few colored ladies. Young, middle-aged, old, tall, short, fat, thin, loud, quiet, men, women, all equal here. Culture conflicts, put on hold. Politics of the country, forgotten for now. Miss Maharaj, just get away from me. I have nothing further to say to you. I indulged you last Saturday. Go talk to someone else over there. Go talk to Helen. She'll have lots of juicy stuff you can put in your newspaper. Hey, Helen! I'm sending over a local journalist to interview you about why so many old people are spending their weekends gambling. Give her the details, right? Let's do lunch afterwards. Thank you, my friend. Helen will knock her over. I think I know exactly what she'll do. So, my dear, you want to know what I'm doing at a casino on a Saturday morning? Well, my dear, I'm having fun. A lot more fun than I would be having if I was at home, listening to my daughter Elise's incessant complaints about why Mr. Singh hadn't given her a bigger platform at the cultural day, or why I wasn't taking a more active role in their event, and why did I stop jogging with Granny Simpson in the mornings, and would I stop throwing myself at Mr. Cohen? After all, he's a Jew. And then, my lovely son-in-law Tom would remind me of that wonderful home for the aged he had found last month, and would I not be happier then? Then I'd hear the sounds of the machines calling me. Come and play, Helen. Come and have some simple fun. Don't look at me like that, little girl. I don't need your sympathy. This is a happy escape. And now, I suggest you find yours. Okay. Here we go. Off she goes. Helen must have told her what she didn't want here and sent her back. I mean, she deserves it. She was nagging me the whole of last week, asking me so many questions so she can write one shallow article in the newspaper. First thing she asked me was, so, Auntie, where did you get the money to gamble from, like, every day of your life? I told her straight, I use my pension money. But don't think you know about me, girlie. What you think? I was a bored housewife. Then, my husband passed away and I became a lonely old woman. Well, let me tell you, I had a meaningful job for the most part of my life. I was a receptionist, then PA, then communications officer for the same company. I only stopped working when I was 50. I know about independence. I'm not asking for handouts, and I'm not burdening anyone. I've got friends. We go to the park, we go to the movies, and we meet here. And I don't cry myself to sleep at night. You don't know about me, girlie. Okay, I bluffed her about the part where I said we go to the park. This is where we meet. Anyway, next thing she asked me was, but how can you go on gambling week in and week out? Don't you get bored? Bored? Good Lord! When Saturday morning comes, I feel the way I felt the first time my late husband Ramesh took me to Coconut Grove. I get that shivering sensation. And it's not because I forgot to put my shawl over my side. Hey, Parvati! Why, she's ignoring me. years now since he passed away. But I still miss him. We used to have so much fun together. And he was just starting to get into gambling before he died. So finally, Miss Maharaj looks at me pathetically and she says, you know, it makes me so sad to see you just killing your Saturdays here at the casino. I mean, you're an Indian granny. I was pissed off. Is that what I am, huh? An Indian granny? And what is an Indian granny? Someone who waltzes around all day, happily doing the household chores. Who waits on her loving grandchildren, who don't pinch her, pull her, punch her. One who wears a sari and attends all family weddings and the temple, whether she likes it or not. And then quietly watches a Bollywood TV on a Saturday. Well, let me tell you, Miss Maharaj, 2 Saturdays ago, I didn't come to the casino. I stayed at home because we were expecting relatives from Petermaritzburg to visit us. Had to put on a show of solidarity. Mondays to Fridays, we get on with our separate lives. I help my son and daughter-in-law to clean, take care of the kids. They go to their jobs. I work in the garden. They come home, eat in the dining room. I eat in my bedroom, watch a show on my portable TV and go to bed. We hardly speak. But when Saturday morning came, we all had to hug and kiss our relatives, act like a happy family. Next morning, my son gave me 200 rand and he said,
Thank you, Ma. Here's some money. Go blow it in the casino.
What a farce. I won't play that game anymore. I'll wear a sari when I want to wear a sari. And sometimes I'll wear a skirt. I'll go to temple when I feel the call to go. And I won't attend every family wedding. I will no longer slave for my children. And I'll come to the casino whenever I want to come to the casino. I'm not your Indian granny.
There. I can just see it. Durban North Secondary. My mother warned me before I came here to teach. Well, yes, that is a funny place. Durban North. You know your auntie worked there as a domestic worker. And she told me that, yeah, there are some nice people there. But mainly, the people there have the white pass mentality. Some will smile at you and then shout at you. Thank you and then curse you. And some will smile while shouting and cursing you. You didn't fit into your old school, Lindy. Well, you might not fit in your new school too, because I don't think the teachers will be very different from the other people in Durban North. Yes, Mama. I know about the new suburbia. My new principal, Miss Angela Watson, gave me a rousing welcome. Welcome, welcome, Lindiwi. Welcome to our haven of ideas exchange, where freedom of thought and expression are encouraged always. Provided, of course, you're not thinking against the ethos of this great institution and speaking against the philosophies of our great founding fathers. We value tradition here, and the pupil is paramount. There are no frivolous teacher strikes here, no distracting party politics, and no violence. Teachers teach. Oh, would you look at that? His shirt is out of his pants again. Miss Brady, tell Mr. Carter to see me after his next class. And just look at Miss Atkins. Her hair is all wild and her headlamps are bursting out of that blouse. Some teachers in this school still need to learn how to be neat and proper. Right, Lean DB? Off you go, get a feel of things. I know you'll sense the magic. As soon as I left her stale office, I did feel magic. There seemed to be a sense of wonder in the air. This seemed like a place where people were thirsting for knowledge. And the teachers. In the first few weeks, the teachers didn't seem to match my mother's description at all. There were all kinds of personalities. Like Mr. Swift, the passionate biology teacher, always gave everyone a lift. Morning, morning. What a marvelous day. Here, have a lollipop, Lindiwe. And please join us in the staff room later. I want you to try the black forest cake I made last night. Morning, pupils. Looking forward to teaching you more about the frog later. Already sit down, Mr. Higgs. Can't be all that bad. Don't worry, when the Springboks beat the All Blacks on the weekend, then you'll be full of good cheer again. This was a school where pupils actually looked forward to biology class. And in complete contrast to Mr. Swift, though, was the new accounting teacher, Mr. Pillay. I walked past his classroom on my first day and overheard him tell his pupils, "You know, I don't want to be here. I don't know why they posted me to this school. I must have done something horrible in my previous life. I hate this school. I don't want to teach you all. You're all rich snobs and your parents are exploiters. So I'm going to sit there and do what I tell you, or you can just leave. I don't care. One way or the other, I'm definitely leaving this school by the end of the month." He is still here and still complaining. And then there was the English teacher, Mrs. Warner, who was always fascinated about everything I said about Zulu culture and history. Every time I told her a story about the township I grew up in, or related something my Boko had told me about the old days, she would say, "That's fascinating," or "incredible," or "marvelous," just marvelous. And she would speak with such passion about the works of Shakespeare and Dickens and Conrad and Fugard. But of course, she never mentioned being inspired by the works of Serote, or Mda, or Achibe, or Tabo. And if you ever wanted to laugh, you just had to say to the eccentric maths teacher, Mr. Khan, "Tell us a joke, Fazil." He loved telling jokes, but he seldom remembered them properly. So the innovative ways he used in trying to tell the joke was much funnier than the joke itself. As I sat at the fountain during those first few weeks, feeling excited and a little scared, I was approached by the Afrikaans teacher, Simone van Rensburg. And I made the only real friend I have at school. She was brutally honest. It all seems so intoxicating, hey? So inspiring. But it's not quite like that. Oh, don't get me wrong. Most of the pupils are disciplined and most of the teachers are committed. But there are rigid conventions followed here. This is a colonial world. And I don't fit in because I'm the Afrikaans lady. And I can tell you won't fit neatly into the category they've designed for you. You know, when I'm speaking Afrikaans on the phone, the teachers look at me suspiciously, as if I'm conspiring against them, as if I'm some weird foreigner. When you were speaking isiZulu on the phone just now, I saw some of them give you the same look. And it's so different outside these gates when I shop in their malls or stroll in their park. The residents often stare at me because I don't walk like them or talk like them. But there are always exceptions. Now, I think you're going to enjoy Sean Peterson. I told him Afrikaans last year. He's a special boy.
The reason behind this conference is that we want to encourage discussion and we want analysis to happen of the plays.
Ashwin Singh is the award-winning and critically acclaimed South African playwright, actor, director, poet and lecturer whose plays are internationally performed, echoing the violence, tension, movement, happenings and growth of the South African multicultural and multiracial society of a crucial decade.
In a post-apartheid society, playwrights have been able to explore interracial and cross-cultural issues, as well as issues regarding specific group identities. One such playwright is Ashwin Singh.
You know, the work
that Ashwin has written has fitted very neatly into many of the things that I actually feel about intercultural theatre.
Context for South African theatre has always proved intricately woven with our socio-political inheritance.
Durban Dialogues as a whole deals with contemporary post-apartheid South Africa in all its burgeoning complexities.
Ashwin Singh's anthology of 5 works, Durban Dialogues, Indian Voices, is a 21st century reaction to the incumbent complications inherent in this dysfunction.
And as a playwright, Ashwin is taking an inordinate interest in identities, and I want to suggest that through the way that he deals with them, and Betty has references sterility, etc., you know, that comes through, those are fictions. And the play helps to expose those fictions of identity, race, gender, ethnicity, nationality, class, ability.
He focuses primarily on aspects of South African Indian identity, but identities of other groups are also touched upon in the intercultural mix of Durban.
Thus, through evaluating the nostalgic dream as well as the realities of being African, the plays confront us with the license of freedom.
The question is, which South Africa does the playwright aspire for? The answer is beyond the big bangs, the representative play of the newly emerging South Africa after 2 decades of the country's freedom, in which Singh says, I quote, "Come, share your culture with people from other cultures and learn about their culture. Let us celebrate our diversity. Let us rebuild the rainbow nation. Tell us your story," unquote. A new culture seems to be arising.
Now, a new independent movie filmed in Durban dealing with the issue of child abuse in the Indian community was recently released. From our Durban office, Clive Reid attended the preview of One Wedding and a Funeral and filed this report.
Karina, played by Durban actress Upasana Bahari, is returning to the family home for a funeral. She had previously left under a dark cloud 5 years before. Her own parents had died and she was left in the care of her aunt and uncle. With her cousin's wedding taking place, a few days after the funeral, Karina extracts her revenge on her uncle with shocking consequences.
Sorry I didn't come to see you, cousin. This time I promise I'll make everything right.
Using a series of flashbacks, the movie allows Karina to relive the horrors of her childhood.
I want you to throw this picture at you. Yeah. Remember it, Uncle Brent?
At the preview, Bahari was adamant that abuse was a subject that had far-reaching consequences.
I think what is important about the movie is not a black and white case of sexual abuse. Oh, you know, you become a recluse. This is all about how it affects you for the rest of your life, how it affects your psyche, your brain. Because when you associate sex, it suddenly is a bad thing. So it affects you for the rest of your life with your relationships, and with the people, relationships with your couples, things like that. So it's so important, and I think it's time that we spoke about something like that and shows the implications of what happens to how psychotic you can become.
I want to thank you, Uncle Prem, because I've kept that photo to this day, and it spurred me on. Made me more determined in every way.
I think most abusers, although they commit terrible acts and it's unforgivable, have a humane side to them as well, and we wanted to show that.
One Wedding and a Funeral was shot on a zero budget. Writer and director James Brown was the sole crew member doing all the shooting, lighting and audio.
Mostly I'm pretty happy. I mean, I only got 3 lights, but so there's only a certain amount that I can do anyway. But it kind of makes you be creative with what you've got. And there was one scene that I didn't have enough lights, and I wondered what I was going to do. But then Durban kicked in with lightning and created all drama for me for free that I recorded on my film. So yeah, it's kind of a hard slog doing everything yourself. But and it was hot because it was summer. But yeah, I'm mostly happy with it.
The filmmakers enlisted the help of many of the best actors in Durban. Most of them have to date been massively underused in film. One Wedding and a Funeral has been entered into the Durban Film Festival. Clive Reid, SABC, Durban.
Dolly! Dolly! Fuck! I'm hungry. Sorry. It wasn't my fault. I was drunk. Now. Can't help it. Please forgive me.
What's to forgive here? Lighten up. We can get another vase. We went out for ice cream. See, you've been smashing the place up again, Uncle Prem.
Fuck me, you bitch.
I think I'll stick around for a bit longer. Until Ajay goes home at least. Anyone for tea? Yes, please, Auntie Dolly.